Before this story begins, take a second to imagine something. What if the person you trust the most, the person you share your life with, is secretly planning something that could destroy you? What if the only warning you get comes from the smallest, most innocent voice in your life? If you enjoy emotional, shocking, and real lifestyle stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below where you're watching from. Your support helps us bring you more powerful stories like this. Now let me tell you what really happened. After my husband boarded the plane for his business trip, I tried to stay calm for my 6-year-old son. I smiled, held his hand, and told him everything would be fine. But the moment we reached the parking lot, his grip tightened around my fingers. His face turned pale, and he whispered, "Mom, we can't go back home." At first, I thought he was scared because his dad was leaving. But then he said something that made my blood run cold. "This morning, I heard Dad on the phone. He said when he comes back, everything will be over. He said you won't be able to stop it." The way he said it, it didn't sound like a child's imagination. It sounded like fear. Real fear. I knelt in front of him and asked softly, "What else did you hear, sweetheart?" He looked around nervously and whispered, "He was angry. He said someone is pressuring him. He said he has no choice." That was the moment my heart started racing. I drove home, but my hands were shaking on the steering wheel. Every car behind me felt like it was following us. Every sound made me jump. That night, I barely slept. My son stayed close to me, holding my arm like he was afraid I might disappear. The next morning, while my son was at school, I did something I never thought I would do. I went into my husband's home office. I told myself I was just looking for reassurance. But what I found only made things worse. Inside his drawer were financial documents I had never seen before. Debt notices. Loan papers. And then, life insurance documents. My name was on them. My son's name was on them. The amount was huge. I felt sick to my stomach. Why would he take out such a large policy without telling me? Suddenly, everything my son said felt terrifyingly real. I started thinking about the past few months. His late nights. His secret phone calls. His short temper. The way he avoided eye contact. The pieces started to fit together in a way I never wanted to accept. That night, I called him and tried to sound normal. I told him we missed him. I told him my son was asking about him. He sounded distracted. Cold. Like his mind was somewhere else. After the call ended, I sat on my bed and cried silently. Something was very, very wrong. Over the next few days, I acted like everything was fine. But behind the scenes, I started protecting myself. I contacted a lawyer quietly and asked about the insurance policy. When he confirmed the date and amount, my hands started shaking. The policy had been taken out just 2 months ago. 2 months. That's when I installed small security cameras around the house. I didn't tell anyone. I also started paying attention to every call, every message, every strange behavior. One night, I overheard part of his phone call. "I can't wait much longer," he said. "Everything is ready. When I get back, it will be handled." I felt dizzy. I took my son and told him we were going on a short trip to visit a friend. I didn't want to scare him, but I also didn't want to be in that house anymore. My husband kept calling. "Why aren't you home? You're acting strange. Come back." Then his tone changed. "I just want to talk. We're family." "You're making this worse." That calm voice, it scared me more than his anger. A friend of mine, whose neighbor worked with law enforcement, encouraged me to report everything. I was terrified. But I knew I had to. The police started a quiet investigation. They checked his financial records, his recent loans, and his contacts. What they found was worse than I imagined. He was drowning in debt. Dangerous debt. He owed money to people who don't take no for an answer. That's when the truth became clear. The insurance money wasn't for protection. It was a plan. The police told me not to go back home. They told me to be careful with every call and message. When my husband finally returned from his trip, he went straight to the house. It was empty. He called me again and again. His messages became aggressive. Then emotional. Then manipulative. I miss you. You're hurting our son. Just come home. But I didn't. A few days later, the police arrested him. They had evidence that he was planning to stage an accident. An accident that would have taken my life. For insurance money. When I saw him in court, I didn't see my husband. I saw a stranger. My son sat next to me in the courtroom, holding my hand tightly. His small fingers wrapped around mine like he was protecting me. In that moment, I realized something powerful. Sometimes, children hear what adults ignore. Sometimes, a small voice can be the loudest warning. If my son hadn't spoken up that day, I might not be here today. Today, we are safe. Healing is slow. Trust is broken. But we are alive. And for that, I am grateful every single day. If this story touched you, shocked you, or made you think, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below your thoughts. Your support helps us share more real, emotional stories like this. Remember, always listen to the small voices. They might just save a life. Thank you for watching.